In the third episode of the final season of Game of Thrones, we finally paid witness to the epic Battle of Winterfell. It was the ultimate clash of ice and fire, and many major characters met their untimely doom. Here are 12 details you might have missed. And warning, spoilers are coming. When Arya hands Sansa a weapon for the crypts, Sansa says she doesn't know how to use it, to which Arya responds, "Stick it with the pointy end." Her tongue-in-cheek advice recalls Jon's words when he gave her needle in the second ever episode of the show.
First lesson, sticking with the pointy end.
I know which end to use.
It's a fan-favorite piece of dialogue that inspired the name of Season 1, Episode 8, The Pointy End. To light up the blades of the Dothraki, Melisandre recites the phrase Aixios Onyo, which in Valyrian means Lord's Light. It's the same spell that Beric uses to ignite his own sword. However, unlike Melisandre, Beric can merely think of the words, and a flame will appear. In the midst of all the flames, the Hound is momentarily immobilized with fear. He is, after all, pyrophobic, a consequence of the burn trauma inflicted on him by his brother Gregor Clegane.
I heard what your brother did to you. Press your face to the fire like you're a nice, juicy mutton chop.
When Lyanna Mormont dies, she takes one of the White Walker's biggest assets with her, stabbing the White Giant in the eye. He collapses at the same place in Winterfell where Wun fell from an arrow in the eye after the Battle of the Bastards. When Beric Dondarrion sacrifices himself to save Arya, he holds his body in the doorway in the figure of a cross. It's a Christ-like pose, and a fitting death for a figure who's been resurrected time and time again.
So why you?
You think I don't ask myself that? Every hour of every day. Why am I here? What am I supposed to do?
In his last moments, the devout Beric finally found his true purpose. The reason the Lord of Light allowed him to be brought back from death so many times. It was ultimately to save Arya, so that she could go on to kill the Night King. But before that, Arya finds herself reuniting with Melisandre. Back in Season 3, the Red Woman predicted that they'd meet again, and that Arya would shut many eyes forever.
Brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes. Eyes you'll shut forever.
Blue eyes, of course, refers to those of the Night King. A turning point comes in the battle, when Melisandre reminds Arya of the motto recited by her sword instructor, Syrio Forel.
There is only one God, and his name is death.
And there is only one thing we say to death. Not today.
The culmination of the battle in the Godswood was foreshadowed in one of Theon Greyjoy's first ever scenes in the series. The moment comes right after Catelyn Stark says she thinks the Lannisters purposely pushed Bran out of the window.
If it's what they want,
If it comes to that, you know I'll stand behind you.
Is there going to be a battle in the Godswood?
Arya ultimately kills the Night King with the Catspaw, the dagger that Bran had given her at the same spot under the Godswood back in Season 7. It's likely he knew that she'd need it to slay the Night King.
I don't want it.
Are you sure? It's Valyrian steel.
The blade has lived a long life, as it was used by the Lannisters' hitman in an attempt to kill Bran in Season 1. Arya plunges the dagger right into the Night King's chest, exactly where the Children of the Forest stabbed him with dragonglass, which we saw in Bran's vision back in Season 4. He was created by dragonglass and uncreated by Valyrian steel. Because it was so dark, you may have not been able to make out all the deaths that happened in this episode. So here's a quick rundown of some of the major characters who fell. Ed Tollett, Kono, Beric Dondarrion, Lyanna Mormont, Jorah Mormont, Theon Greyjoy, and Melisandre. And don't worry, Ghost made it out alive. He appears in the teaser for episode 4. Did we miss anything? Let us know in the comments.